Okay, so Mitzi and I are just going to chat about making your Christmas thriving events a success and how to do that. And honestly, this works for your locals as well, for the most part. So you can take this when you're inviting people and kind of run with that. One thing that we have noticed through the years is people get scared to invite people to a Thrive Local, right? So they're scared, like, oh, they're not going to want to come to my meeting, even though nothing we've ever done is salesy or pitchy or anything at an event. But what we came up with the December events was having your thriving Christmas socials, your thriving Christmas parties, whatever you're having or whatever you want to call it. So the biggest thing to think about, everybody wants to be invited to something, right? Everybody wants to feel wanted or needed. They may be super busy and they may not be able to go, but if you're inviting them to a Christmas party, they're going to be like, oh, you know what? Thanks, Darcy. I'll check my schedule. And they may be like, you know what? I can't do that day, but thanks for inviting me. Keep me in mind next time. So you've already kind of open that door of they feel welcomed by you, right? So it's a personal invite, not just going to your event page and clicking invite Amy, Sam, Smith, whatever. You're going to personally invite them. Hey, we're having a Christmas event. It's going to be super fun. There's games and a couple of other things next Saturday. Would love to see you there. Can I send you the invite? So you're not asking them in that question, can you come? You're getting permission to send them the invitation. So that is a difference right there. Wouldn't you say, Mitzi, just kind of that you're getting permission, can I send you the invite? Because that way they're
Yes.
going to like look it over.
And it just um, gives you that chance to be able to follow up with them. I think anytime you can do something that requires a follow up that won't seem weird to you. I think in anything that we do in this business, people are scared to follow up. But when you ask a simple question and keep it very basic and very simple, it allows you to follow up, just like what we're doing with the 12 days of Christmas. You don't want to overwhelm them with information. You want to send them enough to where you'll feel comfortable following up with them. And I think it's the same thing when you're inviting someone to something. But here's the thing, guys, just pretend you're having a Christmas party and you want to invite your friends, or you're having your 40th birthday party, or you're having, just a whatever kind of party, and that you would not feel weird asking them to come, especially for like what Amber and I are doing for our thriving Christmas party. It's not necessarily a local. We are just wanting to have a social to get our community together because, Aaron Aponte posted something the other day. I can't remember exactly what he said, but it was something along the lines of, people leave a company, but they don't leave a community. And that's what we are trying to build around here is we are wanting to build a community where people feel wanted, they feel safe, they feel valued, and they want to hang around these people because they have fun. And so that's what we're trying to create doing these Christmas socials, is just having an event that people can be like, so this is what it's like being a thriver, and so don't be scared to send that out, but also don't just throw in an invite and don't put anything personal behind it. I think that's so important as well.
Yes, absolutely. So, and that's the thing, like Mitzi said, that's why we're doing these for the month of December, just having events. We've done a couple things in the past, and I think we need to up our game in 2020 and stick to the things that we say we're going to do. Because we have great ideas. We just have to try to find the time to make them happen. But, things that you can do, just ideas for the future. Whether it's a painting party or even just going to lunch, or a dinner. Hey, a group of 12. Hey, we're going to have a dinner and y'all can talk about Thrive, because guess what? You're Thrivers. You're going to have your DFT on. It's going to be visible. The conversation comes up about how great you feel. It just does, it just does. I think at my girlfriend's Christmas, I have it every year. It's just a girlfriend's Christmas exchange. Over half are usually Thrivers. And, the conversation sometimes comes up about all of our auto bonus cars in the front of my house. It just comes up. So what we want for you is to know that these events that you're hosting or doing, even if it is a local, is that you absolutely want to go for that personal invitation. Don't be scared to invite. So that was kind of where we wanted this to go tonight, because I know there's a lot of new people on here tonight that don't know how to invite people and aren't sure what to do. So for those of you that are in the DFW area, we have the Fort Worth event. Heather Edwards has her Arlington event, and those are very Christmas focused socials. So it's really easy to be able to say, hey, I'm having a Christmas party, or I'm involved in a Christmas party. However you want to say that, I would love to send you the invites. I would love
I
to
think
take
especially with our Christmas party, and I don't know what Heather's doing, we're benefiting Safe Haven. It's a battered women's shelter, and we are collecting items for that. So that's something else for you to talk about. Like, hey, I'm going to a Christmas party that is a charity event. It's benefiting the Safe Haven thing. All we have to do is take, and we have a list of stuff that y'all can talk about. That's another thing that y'all can send out to give you something to talk about and be like, oh, I'd love for you to go with me. I went to something like this last year. It was so much fun. First of all, you need to go check out our event, see what we're doing, see what, we're talking about. And if you don't live in the DFW area, you can do something on your own. Even if you do it in your house and invite your neighborhood or your friends, people you're comfortable with having at your house, and benefit, Toys for Tots and collect toys. You can collect them and then go drop them off at a drop-off station. Like, there's so many different companies that you can benefit for your Christmas party. And it's fun, just like Amber does her girlfriend's Christmas party. But you have to be willing to do them, and you have to get involved. Everybody's looking to get involved in something around the Christmas time. I mean, they want to adopt an angel off a tree. They would love to help, but they just don't know how to help. Well, you're providing them something that they can do to help. And so, remember to do something like that involved with your Christmas party as well. And that kind of helps also.
And it's super simple. It can be Toys for Tots, because you don't have to organize that with anybody. You can all grab toys. You can go drop them off at a local Toys for Tots. Heather's event on the 7th is benefiting Mission Arlington. We said your entry is a canned food per person. And so they're bringing canned food. They're giving it to the Mission Arlington food drive. There's lots of things that you can do. And also reaching out to whatever organization is that you're partnering with, which we've done the same thing. And we actually have somebody from Safe Haven coming to the party. So we just confirmed that the other day. So the thing is, when you reach out and partner with them and just ask them, hey, we're having an event. We want to be able to benefit your company or your cause. What can we do? Because when I reached out to Safe Haven, they knew, like, they had certain date cutoffs, and one of the adoptive family, the cutoff was already before our party. So the lady suggested we could do this Santa wish list for the extra things that they need. So that worked out well, and it started a conversation with us. So basically, we just kind of wanted to talk about that. And Darcy, I'll just kind of answer you here. There's a few of us on. She asked, how do you have an event if you don't have product to give out? First of all, I don't want anybody ever thinking that you have to give away product. Mitzi, did you pay for your sample?
Yes, I did.
Mitzi paid for her sample. She paid $25 for her first 3-day sample. I didn't even get a sample. I didn't know sample was an option. Maria never offered me a sample. She just kept saying, girl, you got to thrive. So Darcy, as far as you having an event, I know you're in Oklahoma. We can work on helping you with a virtual event. And we can do we can ship you boxes for product setup, but you don't have to have any actual physical product to be able to share the Thrive experience and to share stories. So don't stress about that.
And when I had my first event, I did it at my house, and I had nothing to give out. I mean, people were just coming, and I was going to sell samples, but I wasn't giving away anything. I couldn't afford to do that in the beginning.
Yeah. And then basically, don't set that expectation of giving things away. I always lead basically with the sell of the product, what the product's doing. You need to get this in your body. And if somebody's like, well, can I try it? Can I sample it? And then we talk about that. Okay. So, hey, if that's the scenario, then hey, yeah, I can actually get you product because Darcy, Heather, and I can always ship that out. We can mail out 3-day samples, charge for them, etc. But when you're having an event, just getting people in your house, it can be anything, and also for those of you that have customers, your customers, they are going to stay customers when they're getting Thrive for free. So you can have events for them or events in their house. Hey, like let's pretend Heidi is my customer. Hey, Heidi, I'm so excited that you're thriving. I'm so glad you're loving your Thrive experience. Girl, we got to get you getting your Thrive for free. Let's have a living room event at your house. Do you have some friends that'll come? Maybe 5, 6 girlfriends do you think would show up? And we can just share what Thrive is doing. And I'll come and I'll share, basically I'm telling her, I'll do all the work. You just pack your living room. And, 5, 6 girlfriends turns into 15 girlfriends. And now everybody's helping everybody thrive. So don't overcomplicate it. Don't just, hey, let's share about Thrive. It can be, hey, let's go have dinner. Like if you're like, well, my living room isn't so great. And then, hey, let's go have dinner. Y'all can go have an inexpensive dinner and 6 of you get together, you share Thrive. So, whether it's a Christmas event or whatnot. Mitzi, am I leaving anything out? I just want to be short and sweet and just remind people these events are for you to build your relationships, your community, be able to invite people without feeling like you're pushing Thrive on them.
Yes. And that's the thing too, guys, don't forget your teams aren't on here. I mean, I know for us, for DFW, if you live in the area and you have customers and promoters, reach out to them and say, hey, I want you to go to this, Christmas party with me. We're benefiting Safe Haven. It'll be super, super fun. Ask, can I send you a link to the invite? Don't forget about your other team members, because guess what? They have friends. They have customers. Use your reach. Find people in your community that you can invite to this, and just don't hesitate. And December gets busy, y'all, so you need to go ahead and get the word out here. Our event is on a Sunday. Amber, what's the time? Is it evening? I can't remember now. 6? Yeah, so it's an evening event on a Sunday night. People's weekends get booked. You can't wait till Saturday to ask these people if they want to go to this Christmas party with you. You want to get on their calendar now. So go ahead, check out the event if you're not on the event. I think Amber has posted it on her team page for anybody that is local around DFW. You can find it on there. And if you're not in the area, get started on having your own event. I mean, I know Lydia, I think she's on here, they do event. They sometimes just do mom meetups at Chick-fil-A. Like, it doesn't have to be anything major. You could do a mom meetup at a Chick-fil-A and do an ornament exchange or a cookie exchange. I saw another team that got together. They do an annual baking day at their house. I mean, how fun is that? So it doesn't have to be anything crazy. Don't think, well, I don't have extra money to do a party, or I don't have extra money to do this. Meet a bunch of moms at Chick-fil-A during the day that don't work and they have kids at home, or do the baking, exchange. People are doing that anyway. So make it fun, and but get your community involved, because like Amber said, I don't care where I am. If I am at an event, I'm super pumped. My weekends are booked with parties, and I am so excited because it's new people that I've just met over the last year and built relationships with. They're inviting me to their Christmas parties this year. And I'm not even going to have to bring up Thrive, because they're going to say, now, what is it that you do? Or what is that you're wearing on your arm? Or, whatever. It's just going to come up. I know that it does. But in order for you to get in front of these people, you have to go to events. You have to be involved in your community. You have to take command and take charge. If people aren't doing events in your community, be the person. Be the person.
And you have to be social.
Do what?
You have to be social. Like, whether that's doing volunteer work at your school or at your church, you got to be social so people know you're a person and you exist and can't just live behind your.
Well, and that's the thing too. I'll tell you, just as a leader on Facebook, I obviously get friended by, say I do a 3-way call with Lydia. And I always tell them at the end of the call, when she's introducing me to someone new, hey, feel free to find me on Facebook. If you ever need anything, reach out. So they friend me. Well, I've had several people do that. And I just recently went to an event in person down into the Woodlands and met some of these people for the first time. And I promise you, I know exactly how they feel now. Okay, this person is real. I know they've seen me on Facebook, yada, yada. But now they're like, I really enjoyed meeting you. So, we talked one-on-one, we connected in a different way than what they see on Facebook. People put their highlight reels on Facebook, but at this event, we hung out afterwards. We talked about kids and dinner and, the things that we do on a date, on our daily lives, that we don't put everything on Facebook, and they felt more connected to me. So when you're in person with these people, you're going to connect with them on a different level than you can just behind the screen on social media. I think it's so important. I think we've gotten so far away from that belly to belly. Yes, you can build this business on social media. Yes, you can build it from your cell phone. But if you're not doing the things in between that building, if you're just relying on social media, you're going to hit a wall. You've got to build outside of social media. You've got to build that belly to belly in order so when people see you posting on Facebook, they connect with you in a different way because you've met them in person. So that doesn't mean you have to do Thrive events and only do Thrive stuff belly to belly. Do other things that benefit your community and get to know people on a different level. I promise you, you're going to get your cup filled more than just your Thrive business. You're going to feel fulfilled as a person. You're going to be fulfilled as a mother, as a friend, as just a member of your community. It's going to fill your cup more than just your business. I think it has so many more benefits, but it is going to benefit your business. Like, it's just going to happen.
Absolutely. And, I think that's the thing, is that's when Mitzi and I were having this conversation about these Christmas events, because I think people get burnt out on thinking, nobody comes to my locals anymore. I can't get people to come to a local. Cause I know it's disappointing, and it's stressful, and you think it has something to do with you. I mean, Mitzi knows I've been through that. I'm like, what am I doing wrong? Because we're not just business partners, we're friends, and we try to figure out how to have the most successful events. And sometimes that exposing people to the experience happens not in a Thrive local, not in a meeting that people don't come because they don't know what they're coming into, where if they're just coming to have a good time. So if you're just mentioning, I've got a Christmas party, hey, oh my gosh, did you see, I've got a Christmas party, did you see my invite? The other thing I want to touch base on that, let's kind of remind, because we've kind of touched on everything. When you've sent them, you've asked them, hey, can I send you an invite? You've invited them. Maybe you've chatted about it in between now and the Christmas day or the Christmas party. Send a reminder the day before, because I can't tell you how many times I have planned to go to an event. I have meant to go to an event, and things have happened. Things got crazy. Even my phone is supposed to alert me. And then you know what happens? I see a picture of somebody and I'm like, oh, I completely forgot the event and I knew I was going to the event. How did I do that? So send the reminder, and not in the form of a question like, are you coming tomorrow? But, hey, I can't wait to see you tomorrow night. I can't wait to see you at our Christmas party. It's just that reminder. And they're like, oh yeah, because if you're asking somebody a question that they have to make a decision right then, they're like, oh, I don't know. Can I go tomorrow? I'm not sure. And so they get all like nervous and freak out and can't answer. And then you're like, well, where did they go? And so just reminding them, hey, I can't wait to see you tomorrow night. I'm so excited. It's going to be so much fun. That's a great way to remind people. Because remember, guys, you're putting in effort, right? You have to put in effort. You have to put in effort in parenting, or your kids are going to turn out butt heads. You have to put in effort at your job, or you're not going to get paid. You have to put in effort into this business, which really the effort is being social and sending messages. Like it's not hard. You just have to do it, and you just have to ask for that. So with that, does anybody have any questions? You can unmute and we can kind of just do a quick question and answer if you have questions on specifically planning events or inviting or anything like that. Oh, Darcy, if you're trying to talk, you're muted. Can you unmute? Here, I'll unmute you. Okay.
So what I asked was, what are ways to like reach out to your community, like other than social media, like I don't really know anybody here. So how do I invite people?
Just get involved in general. So did you just move there recently?
It's been about a year.
Okay.
But it's just my boyfriend's family and work is like 5 people. And
yeah. You just you don't have a lot of people in your daily touches.
Yeah.
Okay. So I would say, are you, if you go to church or if there's other things that you can look into doing, sometimes look for groups in your area, like on Facebook, you can type in like your city, and just see if any groups come up with your city name. You can type in your city and you can click the groups button, see if there's any groups. And if there's groups, you can be like, hey, I'm just looking for something to get out and do, because there might be like women's events, women's lunches, dinners, things like that. You just kind of have to see what's in your area.
And another thing, like, getting part of like groups starting in your area, like, everybody, there's always local things going on, and you can even make a post like, hey, I'm wanting to do a mom's get together, Christmas party, and benefit the local shelter or the, a Toys for Tots. Anybody want to partner with me or something like that? And don't forget, it's not necessarily about who you know, but who they know. So even though you're like the 5 friends I work with, well, guess what? They have friends, so don't think just because there's 5 of them, that's not enough. That's plenty to invite. But also, if you guys go to Facebook and click on the 3 little lines, I know you can't see that, and go to events, you just scroll there. It will show you events that are in your area that are already going. And that's a great way to find free events going in your area, things that you can go to, to get more involved in your community.
Thank you.
Absolutely. I saw that Emily asked what's too close to Christmas. It really just depends on who you're benefiting. I know the items we're bringing for Safe Haven is, I guess they'll be giving to the women maybe on Christmas Day, so, but the closer you get to Christmas, the busier everybody's getting. We're doing our event on the 15th. So I would say definitely before the 21st. I mean, Christmas, when it's in the middle of the week, is kind of hard. But I would even do it during the week before the 21st, because once you get to that weekend, it's going to be really hard to nail people down.
Well, and I will tell you, because I have a December baby. And so his birthday is on the 19th. And every year, just trying to plan his birthday, we always plan a week earlier because nobody can come. Their friends can't come because it's too close to Christmas. Oh, we have a Christmas party. We have this. We have that. So you definitely want to get that before like the 20th, 21st. Like you want to get before that. And if you're planning something now, I would just get on it, because you can get it planned like today and you could bust something out within the next 48 hours. And you can start inviting and everything else. And then you can also, sometimes people will come to things that are more of a last minute planning than something that's been planned for a long time, So another thing is, I think during Christmas time, like Saturdays, Sundays, maybe not Sunday mornings, but like Saturday mornings, like a breakfast brunch type of thing, you could probably get more people to come to that if you're looking at something, and do cookie decorating, you like what she said. Also some ideas to partner. You could check with like your local shelters, whether they have like food missions or shelters where they collect like gloves and hats and blankets and things like that. You could find stuff like that where that would be an opportunity. You could tell your friends, here's what we're collecting, here's what we're doing. Come over to my house and let's make these goodie bags for this shelter or whatever together. Heck, you could even do stuff for your local fire department. You could make little baked goods, things. Just think outside of the box of things that you can invite people over to do together. Now, of course, at our event, we are having it at a place that we will share some Thrive stories, but we're mainly having fun. We're having games, we're having music, we're just having fun. The other thing is, like, Darcy, for you, it might be a good idea for you to help meet people to volunteer. Like, find something in your area that you and your boyfriend could go volunteer. Local churches, local shelters. About this time of year, they do a lot of food and gift drives, and they need people. They have certain days that they have people pack it up, like they need people to pack stuff. Well, you can meet people that way. Heck, you might meet your next best friend. You never know, and it's not just, oh, I'm going to meet people to be able to find a thriver, but it's just because you've only got like 5 people you see every day. You just need to be more people.
And I see, Emily, you asked about the 15th. Absolutely. Sorry, my sister just texted me and I saw the word emergency, so I had to read that. It's okay. She was saying emergency contact. But yes, we've already done ours, I think, a week ago for the 15th. So absolutely go ahead and get that going. Another thing I thought of, there are people out there that love animals more than they love humans. So another thing that you could do is a drive for the animal shelters. People will donate dog food and dog toys all day long, especially if you're I am part of 3 animal groups, because I have 3 different rare breeds of cats and dogs. And so I'm part of those groups. And I mean, some of these people, it's legit how serious they take these animals. So, being a part of those group and hosting a drive, I mean, trust me, any shelter out there, I don't care if it's for dog or humans, they need donations. And it's just a great way for you to give back to your community.
Well, and that's a good point too, because I remember when we did our drive, our Hurricane Harvey relief, I was not thinking about animals. I just wasn't. I was thinking about all the people that were out of their homes, and the floods, and we needed to get them food, and we needed to get bottled water, and nothing was clean, everything, because septic was rising. So we needed to get them clean stuff, that's all I was thinking. And people were messaging me, can we send, because our home was basically the stop for delivery. Like we collected all the goods, and people were like, can we send dog food? And I was like, what? I mean, that just wasn't what I was thinking about. And I'm like, oh my gosh, yes, because people were saying there were pets that were just everywhere. They were displaced. People were at shelters with their little dogs and cats, and they needed food. And so we were, bring your pet food. So we had dog food shipped here. We were putting that on the trailer, shipping it down. So there's definitely things like that for people that they're animal lovers and they want to go help with those kind of things. And don't forget to the lotion drive, and even if you can't do the lotion thing, grab some people and go to a nursing home, go take your kids or whatever and just go hang out for a little bit, where you're going and able to just hang out with the nursing home people. Emily, okay, so we posted a few places. Basically, we're encouraging each promoter to collect donations per se for you to purchase the Thrive Skin hand and foot cream. And that then when you get a bunch of them, you can put it with fuzzy socks, or you can just take the hand and foot cream, you grab some people with you, and you go to a local assisted living or elderly nursing home shelter, something like that, and you just hand those out. So there's a flyer. Mitzi, are you looking for the flyer? Okay. So there is a flyer that you can share, and you can ask on your page, your personal friends, that you can say, hey, who wants to help me collect for the elderly to have lotion for Christmas? And they basically can say, I'll take Venmo or PayPal, and they give you the money and you purchase the Thrive Skin, and then you go and take it to the people. And what I'm going to do with that is I'm going to have my neighborhood go with me. I'm going to be like, hey, who wants to come with me and deliver this? So my neighbors that don't listen to me about Thrive, I know that they want to go put a smile on some elderly faces, so I know they'll come with me and then get to hand it out and kind of see that we're normal people too, and that's the thing that we like to do, is to be hospitable and just go put a smile on somebody's face. So there's a lot of ideas. We could talk ideas all that long, but Okay, so Mitzi's sending you the live and the flyers in there
So
as
the
well.
first link I sent is the actual flyer on your page, Amber. The second link is Maria's live that she did about this promotion. So definitely before we close this meeting, y'all want to copy and paste those somewhere so you have access. But the live explaining how it works is on Team Thrive Nation. Maria did it. And then the flyer you can find on both pages.
Sabrina, I'll answer that and then we'll close. If people aren't gonna trust you with their money, you can say, hey, here's what I'm doing with it. If you don't trust me, here's my link. You can go and order the lotion yourself, and then I can take the lotion and go take it. And if there are people that don't trust you, then maybe don't talk to those people. Like those aren't the people that are going to help you. You know what I mean? Like the people that are your friends and trust that you're going to, yeah, you're taking donations, you're going to buy lotion with it and take it to the elderly. That's so awesome. Yeah, I'll give you $20, you know, like, and tell them you can give me $5, $10. I don't care. Or you can order it yourself. Here's the link. Here's how you order. So I think that's a way around that.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, Team Thrive Nation, Emily, that's Maria Dillard's page. She is everyone in here is their leader. She's who Amber's direct to. So you definitely want to make sure you're on her page because she always has great information. When she's doing, team-wide promos, y'all are her team. And so you want to make sure you're part of that.
Hey, and Emily, will you send me a message if you're not able to get into that page, and I will make sure that you're added. If you'll just send me a Facebook message. So, all right, guys, here's the deal. The only way that you can grow your business and grow your relationships is inviting and talking to people. So not just sending a Facebook invite, because Facebook really stinks lately and isn't showing people anything. So you have to do the personal invite. You have to reach out. Hey, I would love for you to be a part of our Christmas cookies next Saturday, or we're having a party at a brewery on Sunday, whatever. Just short, simple, sweet. It doesn't have to be, hey, our Thrive team is having a Thrive party. It's just, hey, we're having a Christmas event and would love for you to come. It's that simple. So, all right. Bye, y'all. Thanks so much.
Good night.